Hi, everybody. Oh, got a frog in my throat. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Morning, Kate. Good morning, Anne. Hi, Fiona. Hi, Alison. Hi, Carol. Everybody's saying it's sunny. It's cold here and it's a bit overcast where we are. There are some blue skies. Craig's gone out on his bike this morning. And then he's got a busy afternoon playing piano. So yes, we're here. The doggy is under my desk, just chilling. Good morning, Anne, as well. It's the new round. It's round 46, and today is the 11th. Is it the 11th? Yeah, the 11th of March. So have you got your coffee? Okay, I've got my big coffee. And it's a really, really quick card today. I always start with an easy one. And I want to start by saying welcome to Alison, who has signed up for Coffee and Card for the first time. Welcome, Alison. Good to have you on board with us. I know you've been watching every week, but it's your first official one. So lovely. And a massive welcome back to Sarah, who's not watching live. I know she'll watch on catch up and probably leave comments. And Sarah is a lovely, lovely lady from the Leicester area. I think I've got that right. And Sarah used to be in my team of Stampin' Up demonstrators, and I've never met her in person, but she's just such an inspiring lady and positive lady. And for some time she was in my team. It was in the height of lockdown, and yeah, she's not been able to do as much crafting, so hasn't taken part recently, but has rejoined back up to Coffee and Card and is joining us for this round and is very, very excited to be crafting again, which fills my cup. Did anybody do any crafting over the weekend? I had a little Zoom catch up with one of my Stampin' Up friends on Friday. Didn't do any crafting personally because I was prepping the kits as I caught up with her, which I then took to the post office on Friday afternoon, lastminute.com. But they all got there. I paid for first class for most of them, and they all got there, I think. So that was okay. And on Saturday, I had a Zoom craft with one of my lovely crafty friends, and I made some cards for my mixed florals class, and also made a card for my for my weekend retreat and my spring retreat day. So that was good. So I had a bit of a crafty weekend. On Sunday, just sharing with you, we went for, I said, should we, I can't say the word, can I? Because she'll hear and think we're going for one. Should we go for a promenade? We have to call it, if you don't know, we have to call the word for moving your legs, one foot in front of the other. We have to call it a promenade because our dog understands the English word for it. So yeah, we went for a promenade on Sunday, and I didn't think it was going to be as long as it was, and it ended up being 2 hours, 2-hour walk down by the canal, which was great, and it was a lovely day, and it was lovely to get out. But I was absolutely shattered after that. I have been doing a bit of fitness regime lately, so just realised, well, didn't realise because I knew I needed to do something since surgery last year. So I joined a gym. I'm in my 7th week now, and I don't really do the machines and all that business. I have had a go on them and everything, but I prefer to go to the classes. They've got some really good classes. So they've got Zumba and Clubbercise and all sorts, and the teacher is fab. So I've been going to 3 classes a week, and I've stuck to that for 6 weeks, and I'm now in my 7th week, and it's brilliant. And the lady's so good, and we have a laugh. So yeah, I know I can't say that word. So yeah, that's really been good for me, and hopefully I'll start to see some results soon and feel a little bit better about things. So because we spend a lot of time sat on our bottoms, don't we, when we're crafting. So yeah, let me go through. So I shall turn the camera round. There we go. Okay, right. So bookings have closed for this class now. If you do still want to take part, it's on the 22nd of March. If you don't mind being late, doing it and watching it on catch up, because I likely won't get the products to you in time if you order now, then you can let me know. So just drop me a message. You won't be able to book on my website because it's probably expired. So I made some more cards on Saturday, just dead easy ones, but just using that lovely, I've gone really low with the camera, I hope it's, well, you can see everything, can't you? That lovely big piece of 12 by 12. So I've just cut it into 6, and what I did was used 4 of the outside pieces. I just love it. They just look so effective. And then I used the middle 2 pieces to stick on the inside. And then just added a little bit of white for the 2 that I didn't have, and I ended up with a couple of little strips of. So it's a great way of just making some dead easy cards. And these stamp set he is with you in mind. It's in the mini catalogue, yes. And it probably looks like black on your screen, but it's early espresso, because I thought there was some brown in that flower there. So yeah, it's early espresso, so it's not quite as dark. So we're going to make those, and you've seen these ones before. We're going to be doing some of these. And this one. And I'll be sending some watercolour paper in this one. And you can either choose to do it by watercolouring, or you can choose to use blends. It's entirely up to you. This is another card I made, not necessarily what that we'll be doing, but it's another one for inspiration. I did the watercolouring when I was doing my one-to-one tutoring last week, and so I had this piece all ready and cut out. I actually die cut this last week in my tuition, and I don't know if you can see, but the stripes were on a little bit of a wonk. So I said I'd have that piece and my student had the straight piece. And this is just to share as well that I coloured those amazing antique pearls from the mini catalogue. I've coloured them in with Pecan Pie, and I don't know if you can see, but because they've got a little bit of iridescence in them, they're not see-through. They look like copper. They look coppery. So I'm pleased with that. So yeah, just coloured those in. So yeah, there's a few cards. If you do want to join us, you can either buy the products direct on my store and drop me an email, and then I'll send you the kits. That's probably the easiest way. So just drop me a message and let me know. I'm going to film a video this afternoon, because last week I told you I'd film a video opening the online exclusives, and I did that. If you haven't watched that, it is on my YouTube channel. This week I'm going to do a video with, we've got 2 new card kits, so I'm going to choose one of them and do a video with that and share that, hopefully this afternoon. The other card that I made is going to be for my weekend retreat sneak peek and my spring retreat, and I'm using the Thankful Garden bundle. Now it comes with dies, and it also comes with masks. So I do want to tell you that this flower has been coloured in using the masks, they're like stencils, and just using blending brushes and ink pads. But it's just using 2 or 3 different masks to colour it in, and it's wonderful. And I hope you agree. Now, it always looks better in person, but I hope you like that. So yeah, I've just basically, I've not done any colouring apart from using the masks. And again, the only colouring in I did was actually on these pearls again. I'm a little bit addicted to colouring these pearls in. So now I've made myself my own fresh freesia pearls. So yeah, there we go. And this is for my spring retreat day, and there's a sneak of the papers that are going to come with it. So let's move that out of the way. Okay, now I need to say sorry for a couple of things. Sorry for confusing people, because people think there's no week 5. We are doing a week 5, but all you need for it, other than some paper, is one little round die cut circle, which I put in the week 4 bag. Okay, so I've had a couple of messages over the weekend from people who've looked through the parcel and said, Julie, I'm a bit worried I've got no week 5. So well done for noticing, and well done for checking your parcel thoroughly. It wasn't a test, but yes, don't worry, I've got you back. But I do owe you an apology because I'd run out of biscuits. I thought I had some left. So rather than your parcel get delayed because I didn't have a chance to go to the shop that day, I apologise. I owe you a biscuit and some envelopes because I think I forgot to put those in as well, which I keep doing. Oh, thank you, Anne. Thank you, ladies. So I was a little bit rubbish at packing these ones up. But it did make me laugh when I got the message. I got a couple of messages from people asking me. So what we've got in this round is you should have 4 small bags, 1, 2, 3, 4, no 5, and then there should be a larger bag for week 6. Okay. We should also have our papers. So we are using Timeless Plaid checks. Oh, that's going to be handy. And the Storybook Moments papers. Now, these papers, come with 2 sheets of what I call, well, it's classed as a speciality paper. I've popped out all the die cut pieces on mine, so you get 2 sheets of the die cut pieces. Now I'm just going to get all mine out, and before we start, I just want to say this is a great set for using for Easter cards. Okay, so if you don't have an Easter set, this is great, although I realise I don't have an Easter stamp. So what I just wanted to say, I should have just got, right, okay, I'm just trying to find, there we go, there's what I was looking for. So we're not actually using any of the checked paper today, so if you've got that, we're not using that today. What I wanted to say was, we're not using the stamps today if you got the stamps. So it also, a couple of people went for the option with the stamps. We're not using those today. Very simple card. And this is today's. Well, you should have seen it when I shared. So in your pack, there's not much really. We're using some crumb cake, my favourite linen thread, and you will see that soft sea foam, which is this lovely pale green, makes rather a big appearance in these makes. Okay, so we're going to sort of do a spotlight technique here with the papers and with eye views, you will need a circle die if you've got a circle die. If you don't have a die or a die cutting machine, then just don't do this part. Okay, just stick the paper on. I just think we don't need to do a lot with these papers when they've got so much going on. Now there's no stamps in option A, and even if you went for option B, the stamps don't have greetings in them. So I'm using Simply Said, which is one that I use a lot. Okay, and I'm using just a note. Now, there's a lot of gorgeous little creatures here in the die cuts, and when we come, for those of you who are crafting along, when we come to, you see that is a gorgeous one for Easter card, for an Easter card. When we come to use them, you can either choose to use the die cut pieces, and they do have quite a big border around them. Have we got Betty this morning? Or, and I've kept that one there just to, or you can choose to cut them out yourself from the papers, because there are lots of the papers that have got the images on, so you can choose to cut them out yourself from the papers and not have as big a border. Okay, now I'm probably going to use a different one today. I think I might use that one today, because I quite like that one on the bike. And I think I might do a thank you card as well. Okay, so we've got our bits. I've got my little die cut creature. See how many we've got on. Oh, 14. Hello, everybody. Please do leave a comment if you haven't already. I've got my die cut circle. That's from the Stylish Shapes, if anyone wants to craft along. And then I've got some linen thread and a crumb cake card base. Okay, so I'm going to be very specific about my so this is called the sort of spotlighting technique, I think. And basically what we're doing is, it's just a little feature. You don't have to do it if you don't like it. You might think, oh, what's the point? What's the point of die cutting that house out and layering it up? But it's just an interesting feature. So I really like that one sort of fits in there. Now, I'm just looking at this piece of paper, and it's about halfway down here. So this piece of paper needs to be 10 centimetres across by 14.3 and a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, I want to use this one, so I'm going to look there and pop it in and line that up sort of with 7, so I know it's sort of in the right area, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to cut that there. Hopefully you understand what I mean. And then put that there. Is it a bit too low down? Not too bad. Maybe a tiny bit, but never mind. And then I'm just going to trim that off there. I want to get it in the middle if I can. Okay. So we might have a little bit. I'm only doing this though if you want to cut the circle out of the house. So it's 10 by 14.3 and a bit. Okay. And it's a little bit lower down, but never mind. All right. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to gather up our bits of paper. Morning, Amy. Good morning, Ali. Amy, you're watching on Facebook. Just to let you know, if there's not much chitter chatter going on, it's because most of my viewers are over on the YouTube. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've got my die cutting machine just here. And I'm going to pop the paper through and I'm going to put the circle over that house. Okay, and then what happens is that gets stuck on there, but not until we've put our twine around, and then that gets laid on there with some foam pads, and then this will go here, and then we'll have our... Okay, so what we need to do first is to pop some twine round. Now I'm going to show you a little cheat technique, so you don't need to be... I've done, if you have a look, I've done 2 layers and I've tied it in a bow with double. So let's see if we can do this. I'm going to pop some tape here, and I'm going to pop some here. Oh, Craig's back on his bike ride by the sounds of it. Okay, so because I want to save, what I'm going to do is, it's a little bit more effort, but I'm going to cut 2 pieces the same length, just a bit, well, about 1 inch each side wider than the card of the paper, and I'm going to peel that back. Now the dog wants to go out because she's heard her daddy. Have a look out, climb up and doing that. And I'm just going to attach those there. And attach that there, like that. So they're stuck down because they're stuck here to this, yeah? So that's it. And let's just do that like that. You can make them a bit tighter if you need to, okay? So we can actually glue that down now, okay? Bless her, she's sat waiting. Now just be aware that you might need to add a little bit more glue next to where the twine is to make sure it sticks down. Okay, so then we've got that there like that. And then I'm going to grab my foam pads, dimensionals, and pop those there. Line it up, a bit like doing a jigsaw. Oops. There we go. Okay, so this is going to go here, and then our little critter, whatever we've chosen to have, will go there. But here, I want to pop through my bow, yeah, and I've still got some string left, okay, so I'm going to halve it, I'm going to loop it, okay, so it's the same length each side, and then I'm going to cut that loop. So now I've got two lengths, okay, and feeding them both together under there. So we're not tying two separate bows or anything. We're going to do both of them there. Okay, so we'll tie a little, we'll start it off first, and it probably needs to be just about a centimetre from the edge, I would say, because depends on which creature you've chosen. Mine's a little bit bigger than the original design, and then I'm just going to tie a little bow. Okay. Now this is one I'd already I'd inked up. I used it for another card, and I did one too many. So I've actually gone round here with a sponge or a blending brush with the soft sea foam ink, and I'm going to use this one. So I might actually use just a note because I like it. And I'm using pecan pie ink. It's our doggy's birthday tomorrow. She's 2 years old tomorrow. Eula, our little doggy. And I'm just stamping that on there. And that's going to go over there. And then that should just fit there. Now if you want, you might be able to, yeah, look, I've just slid that up a little bit on the twine it let me. So I'm just going to put one foam pad at the top and one at the bottom because it's going to sit over that twine. So I'm going to go like that. Okay. Now, with the little critter, I'm going to put a foam pad at the top and one at the bottom, and then I might put a little bit of glue on the tail so it sticks to the circle. There we go. And there is today's super duper duper easy card. Now, I might not have taught you anything new there at all. You might have learned 2 or 3 new things. Maybe doing the twine around the back, maybe the spotlighting little techniques might be something new to you. But yeah, it's just a nice way of doing the simple card using the patterned paper when you don't need to really do much. So do leave me a comment, please, if you're watching on replay, because I love to see them and I do try and reply to them. I usually have a little 10 minutes. And not that I get loads, I don't get many comments. I get a couple a week, 3 or 4 weeks. So I do a 5-10 minutes replying to those once a week. I know, Ali, she's already 2. So yeah, there we go. There's today's card. Now let me just. Now she wants to get on my knee. She knows Dad's home. Let's put those papers away because we're having a tidy desk. and I will show you what we're going to do next. Okay, you will need a circle die or a circle punch next week. We're going to do, oh, that wasn't supposed to be there. I don't think that's me. We're going to do, it's up to you, you can change it. We're going to do this card, okay? So, you should actually have, and I think they're loose in the box, I didn't say, you should have a little strip of the pearls. So you can use these whenever you fancy. But these two cards we're using the stamps in the background if you've got the stamps. So, and next week I'm using pecan pie again, or crumb cake or pecan pie, it's up to you. And I've done two variations because this one, Nobula, is using just the die cuts, and then this one is the paper that I've cut out. So come on then, come up. So come and sit on my knee. Okay. So I've now got a doggy on my knee. You might be able to see. So yeah, so this one is using the papers and I've hand cut those out, and then this one uses the die cuts. I'll let you sit on my knee now because seeing as it's your birthday tomorrow. They are sweet little characters. They're very Beatrix Potter. But yeah, so it's up to you. So what I would suggest is grab a circle die next week, and we're going to use the check papers, and we're going to make a lovely card. Now, if you've got an Easter stamp, I would suggest that you use that because it's a lovely, lovely Easter card for next week. And I will see you then. And I'm going to go make a cup of tea for myself and Craig. And yeah, I will be back with a video on my channel, hopefully later this afternoon. Are we going to say bye? Oh, there we go. There's two paws. Oh, there's two paws. Oh, and there's a head. Okie doke. Right, I'm going to go. I've got a dog on my knee. I'm going to have to put you down so I can stop this video. You get down. There we go. Good girl. Right. Thanks, everybody, and I will see you next week. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.